So it looks like we are live here. Yeah, excuse me, Jake. Once again, quick shout out to manco.store for sponsoring our coverage of the ETF2L Highlanders Cup number 6. This is the Netherlands on the defense to start things off here against Finland. I'm eXtine, joined by jakeowaty.
So we're straight up going into this game. Not much of a difference in terms of the setup. Nice sipping there, eXtine. I'm really enjoying this, making this cast a little bit more casual, a little more laid back. You know, it's a Sunday evening. We're all kind of tired from the weather in Europe. We're kind of like, just kind of temperatured out, if I may just make up a word right now. But Honjo is going to put up his sentries in a very standard spot, a little bit open to spam from the stairs, but also Nas is quite aggressive with his medic, and will be able, of course, just to reiterate, this is going to be Netherlands on the red side defending first, with Finland attacking. 10 seconds left on the clock, and we shall see how this one plays out. Mr. Improbable already in a good spot on top of the rooftop of the spawn area. We shall see if Skyper decides to do something crazy as he usually does.
Yeah, slow start out here right now. Skyper waiting for that jump. There it is. Comes out and does wrap around. Does find the gun on the front of the tracks. He gets finished off though.
Oh, no way.
But the pyro in gets a lot of damage on everybody. Skeej very banged up. It's going to get on that dispenser. Jenny getting sniped down. Just a little bit of an entry frag.
That was actually very good play by the Pyro there. Almost taking down Skeej, but Skeej also nerves of steel, keeping that Uber charge at 40 HP. Lucian just taking down players one by one. Blutus is down for the count, and now Nas quite aggressive. But Uber comes out, and the Skyper, the guys just going in. They're trying to do as much damage as possible to the Sentry gun. Sentry is going down, though. And however, the medic survives there. Much better Uber on the red side. They'll be able to get out of this situation, but I think the first point is forfeit.
Yeah, I'm not quite entirely sure on that. They could still stay in there. They still have the dispenser. They don't have their engineer. Skeech is still on the up there fighting. We've got a lot of big frags there. Skyper, I think, retreating out. He did survive all the way after that Uber charge. Lucian with another snipe taking out Juno. So it's really just an engineer and a heavy weapons guy trying to get forward here. But Ripe kind of having to whip out the Fists of Steel at time. Mr. Improbable is improbably getting picked out by Ripe here.
Ooh, Ollie actually catching a rocket for his trouble, but he gets a shot onto Lucian. No more sniper gun. And there's Nas there is also in his crosshairs, so gets him as well. Looks for this medic, but Skeej will be able to get out with his life. 1 minute 30 on the clock for the first point. Not a bad time for Finland. Now Skyper just jumps in looking for the medic pick. He finds one kill, but not many more. Skeej actually survives, and he's fine. He's going to be able to survive with a 100% Uber charge to his name. Gauze is only in 70.
Oh, nice snipe by Ollie, taking out the engineer. The Zap had come down on the level 2 gun, but he was about to knock that off. Then that sniper will put an end to that. And really, the defensive setup from the Netherlands is pretty good, except for losing their engineer, losing that sentry gun. That's a big flaw. And the Finnish team's just going to charge forward here. They do have a Uber charge ready to go. Gun down Skeej. And going to be able to take out Nas as well. Actually, hugely successful push in here from Finland.
And Nightmare actually just running away. He knows he can't really fight this as a heavy weapons guy without a medic, and the second point will be able to, well, the blue team will be able to cap the second point fairly easy without much of a difference. But here, Nightmare actually picks up Ripe. He's able to maybe survive this one. No, he's getting caught off by not half the scout of the team. Now, Ollie's a very good position with Gauze. 40% on the blue medic, only 10 on Skeej, and they still haven't really set up on the third next time.
Yeah, this is very nice. They're also keeping the ×3 through this rail section. Improbable is going to try to come in and slow that down, but you know, when you're on offense first, it's very important to just kind of maximize your time, maximize your speed. They're doing a great job of that right now. And taking a lot of turf to make sure this is easy, but then all of a sudden, no, it's big 2K
in a very good
there.
Spot. Ollie almost getting eXtine. Ollie was in a very extremely good spot, but he gets finished up by Tim Tom. Well done by the soldier, but look at this, how far the card is already in.
Yeah. Yeah, Blutus gets knocked off. It goes into the pit. McNando's going to try to nudge it all the way up to the next section. And if the scout can get in there as well, he can further help send it along the rest of roller coaster here.
Oh yeah, and the Uber has been called by Skeej. 50% advantage over the Gauze. Gauze will just kind of have to be defensive for a little time now while he builds his Uber charge. Maybe look for some picks. Ripe is low on health there as well.
Oh, nice.
He gets his...
Yeah.
Tum just finishes him off.
Yeah, it was a good rotation from Tim to find the heavy weapons guy eating his sandwich. Defensive Ubercharge coming in here as well. 80% on Gauze. He's pretty far back though, so he's going to be safe. No problems there. The cart has been cleared out. Sniper got sniped down as well. We'll be back in just a few seconds. Not a lot of pressure on the corner from the Netherlands, but Finland playing pretty far back right now, getting ready to use this next Ubercharge in, but kind of having some problems getting in.
Yeah, right now, Nothouse is the only one pushing the car, but he's pushing it without really worrying too much. But Jenny comes in with Nightmare to clean him up now. Oh, but that's unfortunate for Skyper, just surfing away into the cliffside. God's just completely useless, that Ubercharge. But they're able to survive with the most of their players now. Ski 71%. They may be able to push this one in dry.
No, Tim comes in. Nice shot to finish off Ollie. Clearing off the car. Blutus, though, has a minigun on the roller coaster and is trying to push it up that last little angle. Again, Tim flying in, gets the kill. He's going to get taken out by that same mini sentry, though. It's pretty low down, right? Still just holding down that house on the side. There comes Emil, though. Pushes him off the cliff. That's important.
Good thing that happened. Ollie actually finds Naz's head there. No more demoment for the defensive side. It's very huge. As Juno also cleaning up Jenny on the flanks, so no more flanking classes available for the red team. And now Netherlands kind of on the back foot. They have a Sentry level 3 that is wrangled, but McNando's already behind the corner. He's going to get a sap onto it. Gonna get away with his life, and the Sentry goes down as well. It's an amazing coordinated push, and Finland will be able to break this defense and cap themselves the 3rd point.
Nice overcharge by Skeege, getting attacked by the scout in the stairwell. Unfortunate for him to have to use that. They were almost out of there with holding on to the Ubercharge and, you know, a very clean retreat. Using that Ubercharge is unfortunate. Gauze trying to take that stairwell. They're charging in hard here with this Pyro. Getting some reflection, though, from Emil. Nightmare backing up into the upstairs there.
Looking for Skeege.
Got some heals. They're able to clear that out. So Scout jumping around, Nightmare bouncing around, trying to get in a Lucian. Does get the kill there.
Bit of a scrap fight going on left and right. Top windows are not really taken by anyone. The Skyper now just goes in, but manages to find a pill on the Skeege. He's finally taken down by Skyper. He finishes off the job that they're missing a few pills onto him. Yeah,
and McNando gets a stab on his opposite spy, who kind of decloaked right in front of him. So things continue to go pretty well for Finland here. And Nightmare surprised.
Slowly and steadily, but you know, just it never has been a moment eXtine where the cart was kind of still. Bloodis is still pushing. There's always a body on that cart, just moving and just treasuring it forward, and it's working out for Finland. Oh, I thought I heard a medic going down, but that was just a little fake out. Skeege is actually quite aggressive in the lower lobby here. 30% on his side, Gaza with 50. Neither medic has the Ubercharge. They will be able to get something done. Maybe goes in, but he gets cleaned up with Tim, and now Nas as well. That's 3 down for the side of red eXtine. It's gonna be hard for them to hold this.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate rotation. Skeege trying to take some players around. They both go down. Skeege goes back upstairs, runs into the heavy weapons guy, then goes down as well himself. There's not a whole lot left up here for the Netherlands. Somehow they're holding it. Mr. Improbable cannot get the Improbable stab on the Pyro there on the cart. Some stickies coming in, are able to clear it off a bit. Tim though, not getting much success on the side. Does land on the ground, not the cliff, but will go down. Gauze getting pushed into by Jenny. She can't find the frag, though, and can't even escape from the heavy weapons guy as the cart goes over the edge. 7:35 is the time on offense for Finland. Pretty solid time there.
Yeah, it's not a bad time at all. It is kind of a standard time. It's not the quickest one, it's not the longest one. I think it's about what we expected from Finnish team to do with. And also, like I said, there was never been really a time where they were stuck on 1 point for too long. The 3rd point was proven to be kind of difficult to push the next time, but they managed to kind of force their way in with a couple of very nice picks, especially on the demo man. Now, the last point was the crucial problem that the red team had was that they didn't really establish themselves in the window, and Netherlands unfortunately just lost a couple of players here and there, and they were never able to recuperate and regroup together. They just kept bleeding players one by one, but they did manage to, well, save themselves like a minute extra just by bleeding players on the card and doing those hero plays, so well done to them.
Yeah, their last defense was probably their best, and their corner defense on 3rd point also, you know, take some positives away from that. Wasn't a complete roll, and certainly they can potentially do it faster. 7:30, not an unbeatable time here.
So, timer's about to go up, the gates are about to go down here, eXtine. Very nice spot by McNando, but it's also known. I don't think Emil's gonna get fooled by this. No, McNando is just hauling his butt away. Needs to get out from the situation. The car is getting pushed in by the Netherlands team. Nos going in, huge jump. He's gonna do the
he gets
strap,
it.
and it's working out. He's still surviving. He's still doing damage. Look at this.
Yeah, with the support from Tim Tum, the combined damage enough. That's a big takedown there. They will be back at it shortly here. In just a few seconds, everybody will be respawned.
That is crazy. I didn't expect those American strats to bleed through to European ones, but it seems to be working out. Bull strat is in full effect. They managed to take down some defenses, but now they have to kind of use this, Netherlands. Nas is low on health, but he's going to get some health back, and I think they're getting ready to push in. Next time, as they do, Uber comes out on Emil and Nas in tandem, trying to push people around, trying not to make the other engineer to build his defenses out, but that Uber from the red side is much, much better.
Also, good defensive stabs from McNando. He's gotten 2 so far. It's going to get thrown away by Nas, but able to get some big stabs to help out with that defense. Getting the heavy weapons guy right before that Uber charge started. And looks like the Finns have been able to push the Netherlands back. McNando decloaking right by Nightmare, gets the stab on him.
Oh, no more heavy, no more demo for the side of blue. That's going to slow them down even more. They already bled out from 1 minute from their clock, and Lucian's now scoping and looking for a kill. He needs to get something for his team. He needs to just show him that it's possible. There's Ollie there behind a wall, but he's just unable to find him there. And, well, blue team's just kind of waiting for the Uber charge to come up again. Gauss is a much better one, and it's on defense. So it's going to be extra difficult.
Yeah, just besides getting that sentry gun in the beginning, they haven't really been able to crack the defense here of the Finns. The full Uber charge ready to go again. That level 3 sentry gun has been replaced. Yenny up top. He will have to back up. Takes a lot of damage there. Gonna go yeah, all the way back to spawn.
And looks like the red engineer is able to, Bloodus is able to actually rebuild his level 3 sentry yet again, given the time by his team. Both medics on 100%. Missing 2 players from the battlefield is red. They're pushing in with the Uber charge. Skis popping on Emil and Nas yet again, but that amazing defense by Dragons is working out for them. They managed to save the sentry for a long time. Maybe able to get away, but no! Gauss goes down! What a jump by Nas! Gets him down to the ground, eating the dirt.
Yeah, that was a huge play right there. I mean, really opens up just the possibility of rolling this into the second point directly. Without the medic able to kind of play the heals game, if the Netherlands team can get forward and get some pressure on that turret, they can kind of control this early corner. Right now, though, they're choosing to play from tunnel, which is a little bit harder to kind of control the reinforcements as they come in here. If they can get out of tunnel with this force, it'll still work out, but we are starting to see heals come into play from the Finnish team. Mr. Improbable goes for a stab, though, gets right. That's a nice early frag, though.
Yeah, but Nuthouse in the background goes for Skeej, gets 2 meat shots in, and that's all she wrote for the medic. Nas now goes in, tries to take down the sentry gun with a huge jump. He does get it. He gets Dragons as well, and he's still alive. He's still fighting for his life, trying to save his team, but it's not going to work out. Finally going to get shot down by Ollie, who's now working on the card, but card is slowly being trudged forward by the engineer. Ollie finds the Jenny as well. Now Skyper all in his hands to do some work.
Yeah, McNando trying to get onto the medic there, but Skeej really aware of what the situation was. That it was a spy. Tim Tum with a big jump around. Doesn't get a ton of damage. Does get some a little bit of work done. Nobody touching the cart, though. And they're trying to finish this capture off now as Nas throwing stickies around the edge. Still haven't... I think they just need to throw bodies on the cart, but they're being really hesitant right now. There we go. The scout's gone there. He's gotten the capture. Just that capture is really important for spawns.
Just Ollie in the open there, just complete watching the card, and he's not missed a shot when there was a person in the car. He shot Mr. Improbable. I think he shot the engineer as well there, Honjo, and it was just kind of rough to go to the card. Nobody really wanted to. They were too afraid of the sniper, man.
Tim Tum jumping up top, getting into a fight with Juno. They're trading rockets. Oh my god, nice rocket from Juno.
Absolutely huge there. Nice air shot while he was made there himself, but the cart, look how fast it's being pushed right now. They have 3 minutes to work with Netherlands, and they need to use that time. Lucian is now in the open, getting a little bit more aggressive. He finds Ollie, opening up a lot of room for himself, but there's a spy behind him. No, he misses the stab. That's unfortunate for McNando.
Yeah, they're gonna need to keep pressure on the cart for sure. Yenny kind of chipping away at the invisible McNando. Nuthouse also jumping around in-house. We're going to fight and win against Yenny, though. And the teleport exit taken down.
Emil actually falling down to his death by accident. There's a little nook that you can kind of fall down if you don't watch out. So there's another one for the Pit Lords. Skeej is now still alive, healing Tim Tum. Cards is actually dangerously close, and I don't think Finland has a working defense on third to actually stop it from rolling in.
Oh my god, Gino just jumped forward. I don't know if that was the same kind of weird angle that you were talking about before, but he just fell all the way down into the bottom. Unfortunate jump forward for him, and the capture is going to go down here, so not a whole lot of time for this third point, but it is plausible. And Uber charges will be even as they close in towards last here, 70%. The brakes are going to have to get pumped here real quick, though, as Netherlands just going to need to get some of their players together.
Looking pretty good for them. Emil now moving in the aggressive position, 100% on both medics, but the Reds have been able to set up a defense in the windows, and there's also a sentry by Blood is being built up. Not gonna be easy to attack this entrenched spot, especially with Skyper watching one door, Raipe the other, and there's Blood is sentry in the window. That's gonna be a difficult one. And look at this, Netherlands are kind of hanging out. They're waiting out in a good position. They only have one chance, I think. There's 1 minute left on the clock. They're trying to get this card as close as possible before they push in, and they decided to go through the bottom.
Yeah, looks like they had some disconnection problems with Nas. He's back in play, though, where he needs to be. They're trying to get this Uber charge in and really get stuffed. And Hanjo gets backstabbed as well as they're kind of backing up. So the retreat in effect, 50 seconds on the clock. Still plausible, but they got to get in here. They're going to open up this defense. Then they can start pushing the cart. Nas is fighting up top against Skyper. Tim Tum has to rotate in to help out. He's gotten 2 kills, though.
Just in like that movie I don't know the name of, they need to be unstoppable right now. They need to push this card. They lose Lucian on the card by Ollie. Ollie's still alive. That's going to be difficult for them. You lose Jenny and Nas. That's 26 seconds left on the clock. There's a lot of players dead for Red side as well. They just got respawns in, but can they do it in 20 seconds, eXtine?
I don't know. It sort of seems like they've given up on the concept. Skeej just trying to throw arrows in by himself. He gets backstabbed now by McNando. And Yenny sort of trying to run towards the point, but then ended up heading towards the heavy weapons guy and the medic. 5 seconds left, but they're going for glory, not for the capture. Impossible at a certain time there, but kind of fell apart right at the end there with the Netherlands. They were definitely close enough with the cart. I think there was a little bit of indecisiveness at the very end of like, are we playing around the cart? Do we just need to like clear the stairwell? Do we just need to take up stairs? You know, what exactly is our, one-minded goal that we're all doing together? It seemed like a little bit of indecisiveness at the very end, but it was a close first round.
Yeah, definitely one for the books. I mean, Finland played as Finland is expected to play, and also Netherlands showing what they have, as we're already readied up. I mean, the teams have readied up to play yet another round. Nobody really wants to wait around. It's really damn hot, and people just want to rest. It's like, I really love that side of esports that people never really talk about, is just how physical condition really affects your mental condition.
Yeah. And how your mental condition also, affects how you play. Really, it is a battle of wills. You just kind of have to throw it all down and just make it happen. And that's one of the reasons why I really like this stopwatch format, is I feel like there is a really important aspect of mentality, that you just, that when you're on offense first, you're like, we just got to push this cart, we got to push this cart. And the more that you really focus on that and you put the burden on yourself, you're going to get better results. And similarly, when the clock is really ticking, the Netherlands, it's tough for us to kind of speculate on the communications, but the way that they played, it didn't seem like they were like, there's 30 seconds left and we can do it, there's 20 seconds left and we can do it. It seemed like they rolled over at some point in there.
But yeah, they just lacked conviction till the end. But now Skyper has set up a nice sticky trap. All sticks in one spot right next to the beam. Blood has already set up a sentry in a very standard kind of defensive spot, protecting from jumping Nas, who now is getting shot down. Oh, that's not going to work out the second time, just as it didn't against Poland. Now, Oli, nice headshot there onto Hanjo, just kind of slowing this offense down. They lost Skyper and Dragons, but that's okay. They've actually managed to take down 4 for the price of 2, and that's a bargain in my book.
Yeah, they're pretty good frags, but you need the follow-up, you know. Getting a frag on Ollie is another good follow-up, though, as the sniper battle is really important here. Hopefully Lucian can do a little bit with it. Does get the snipe on Blutus. That should hopefully let this sentry gun go down. The spy has come in, so that will be the end of the sentry gun. The Ubercharge coming in as well. Nas choosing to jump over to top of the hill. Gets in behind Skyper into a one-on-one there. Gauze actually there. Dragons is there as well. So I think Nas is actually just going to get completely focused down by those 3 players. Big jump over the top. He wasn't able to get a frag. And actually Sniper, oh my god, gets 2 more. The big trap kills on Nightmare and Lucian.
He's going crazy there. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. This is Skyper that I know and love. He just goes in by himself, finds the kills that he needs, and well, the way he calls them in the mumble is the best thing ever. He just calls him like medic down. And that's it. And he moves on with his life, goes to another kill that he's looking for. This man is just pure on kill-centric, and it's working out. Both medics currently on equal Uber charges. Usually is the advantage of the red side as they are on the defense, and they're actually holding on top of the cliff. Quite an aggressive hold. Kind of, you're not watching the card below, but nobody's pushing at this, in this moment, so Netherlands really need to start working on this if they want to actually get something moving.
Yeah, certainly. Controlling the top is the general first step to making progress here. Yenny doing a good job of getting that inch forward on the cart, which is really important. Just get it for as far as you can for free, and then focus on, you know, earning the rest of the way.
Pretty much like a cart in Walmart, getting pushed forward towards the sentry, towards the checkout box, but the sentry is level 3 and it's going to be difficult to take down.
Wow. Scratch
that as Nas is just walking in forward. This is what Demoman is designed to do. No more sentry gun by Bloodis, which means the sentry, well, the cart is just free to go, but there's so many blue players.
Timtum coming around, jumping from outside, gets the kill on Gauze. They've lost a few other players in the meantime. The Ubercharge is out. Nas trying to finish off some of the fight up top. Skija has got to watch out though. Just, oh my god, completely isolated now. Jumps down to the side, trying to find a way around. Bluta is going to get the kill with the mini sentry. Miscalculation from Skija there for sure.
Kind of unfortunate for the medic if that happens to you, but now Nightmare is fighting Juno. Juno is actually going to find the kill on the heavy weapons guy, and it seems that the red team is able to stabilize themselves on the second point here. Lucian is actually getting quite aggressive in there, getting the sight line, but he's not going to get the kill. Nas also getting picked up on this side. Nothouse actually doing an amazing job in these tunnel areas. He's been kind of insufferable for the Netherlands team. It's very hard to kill him. Huge, like, amazing jukes and jumps, and he's just doing the work.
Yeah, it's been a tough struggle for the Netherlands team at this point and getting forward. It seems like Nas sometimes being a little bit disconnected from his team, not able to get the support while he's trying to fight. You know, having difficulties getting his pipes to get the finishes and then getting finished off real easily. Right, maybe in a good position to flank here. He's controlling the side of the tunnel. He's actually just going to stay right there and kind of stiff arm the Dutch team backwards. Skeej at 80% while the Finns have an Ubercharge ready to go here.
Yeah, Skeej slowly getting his Ubercharge up, and he's also in a pretty good position to push this one in. Lucian actually finds Nothouse finally taking down the scout. And now they're moving in. They still have to worry about Ollie and Skyper, who's incredibly aggressive with his soldier here. Yunu is going to find Lucian on the side, but not before Raipe and Dragons go down. But Skeej drops the Ubercharge.
Oh, no.
He's held that for way too long, and Skyper was like, well, what are you doing, man? I want you to pop, so you're going to pop or drop it. Goss, however, is gonna get killed by Honjo. There's a complete mayhem going on right now. Kills going left and right, but it seems that the Blues, despite losing their medic, will be able to come out on top and finally break this defense set up by the Finnish team.
Yeah, McNano going for some little stab on the cart. Not going to be able to get it. And indeed, the Dutch team have captured a second point. Quite a long time, though, to get here. So we'll see how well they'll be able to progress kind of into the rest of this point. It's definitely a bit of a clean reset, though, between that second point and the third point.
Bit of a stalemate going right now. I mean, there's not a lot of happening because the cart needs to be pushed in a position where either team can kind of engage themselves. So it's a bit of a dead time. Gauze is healing, Ski just healing, and that's about it. But now, as the cart is nearing that roller coaster of upward, well, tracks, is There's gonna be some more action coming on soon. Skeech has a nice 10-20% advantage here. Now I'm actually taking down Nuthouse, so no more pesky scout behind, and we'll be able to do something with that Ubercharge. Nas, Lucian, Emil, very aggressive spot right now. They're waiting for the Ubercharge to come, and they're gonna use it immediately. Good choice.
Yeah, though then they don't really wrap around the corner with it, so it feels like a lot of it will be wasted. And Probable is going to have to try to get some sort of face stab on right. That won't happen. There's a bomb over the top from the Demoman and the Soldier of the Dutch team, but they're just going to get shoved backwards. Literally, in the case of Nas, as his dead body gets thrown off the cliff.
Oh, Tim Tom is actually having a little scuffle there with Nuthouse in the house, but oh, he's gonna looking for Skeech, but oh, nice body blocking by the other scout. Skeech is barely alive, but Yeti is doing so much work, and he's actually saved his medic's life just simply by standing in the way of Nuthouse, finally taking down the scout.
And Gauze and company are still trying to fight this third point. And they know that the longer that they can slow this down, there's just gonna be more time for themselves later. Little sentry gun on the side of Roller Coaster gets taken out. Mr. Improbable is going to try to make some sort of decloak stab happen here, as Blutus actually is resetting a sentry gun up on this third point.
It seems like the situation has stabilized here for the Finnish team. I mean, Netherlands kind of had it in the bag. Like, look how close the card is to the point. But unfortunately, Skeech was caught off guard as well, taken down by dragons before, and now he has to work his way up towards an Ubercharge. Yet again, Nas is just flying in, trying to surf away, but Nuthouse finds a pellet into his shoe.
McNando decloaking right in front of Skeech.
Oh
my god, he
does
kill. Pistol him down. Oh, that was really unfortunate. Oh, they're not even gonna get the capture either. Okay, they might off the scout here. Then he gets in there, and the capture has been blocked by Nuthouse. Beautiful stuff there. As the Finnish team stop the third capture once again. Lucian getting chased down by Nuthouse. Gonna get the kill there. And we'll hit the health pack underneath as well. And this cart might actually get a little bit of negative momentum in 10 seconds here.
Actually, they suppose they had to designate Yunu to actually sit on the card 24/7. Maybe some other red bodies to prevent it from moving in by Mr. Improbable, or maybe Yenny just kind of jumping on the card. But right now, a little bit of a stalemate going yet again. Gaza have full Uber here. Skeech only on 50%. They're losing Lucian, Improbable, and Hanjo, so no less and less bodies to actually get this cart moving forward. Yenny is actually hiding. He might be able to get the cart in. No, but there is a pirate there. Dragon's gonna push him away. Now Skeech is kind of just biding his time, waiting for a good opportunity with Nas to push it in, but just never any opportunity to actually, they don't get those opportunities. They need to work for those opportunities themselves if they need to, they want to get them done. Now Bloodis has a level 3 sentry wrangle, but the card is pushed in. Nevertheless, they managed to sneak one in. Pulled a sneaky one.
Yeah, that was good work by Mr. Improbable, realizing that sometimes as Spy, you just got to be a body that can decloak on the cart and touch it. He stopped it from rolling backwards, and then once again there, actually gets it over the line.
Ooh,
and now trying to get up top, does get the kill on Cypher. Uberchurch has been popped off here. Emil starting the flash off, but then can't really round the corner with it on him fully. Red has used their Ubercharge in response. Improbable will get upstairs as Red charges forward.
That was a good exchange, in my opinion. They managed to take down the sentry gun. They managed to take down the engineer. They didn't lose any players in an engagement at all, and they managed to maintain the Uber advantage on Skeech. So that was a good exchange there. They're moving into the lower area of the last point. They're going to lose Nas, however. Ripe is going to find one. And at this point, I mean, all that you need to do is just get Skeech safe, get the Ubercharge and pop it as soon as you get it. Use that Uber advantage that you have over Gauze, walking forward towards those top staircase and take those enemies out. But Mr. Improbable finds Ripe in the back. It's a good pick there. No more heavy weapons guy, protecting the top areas, and that is what the Blues were looking for. They're charging with the Ubercharge.
Oh, wow! Gauze, okay, Gauze served it all the way across the pit, but thankfully Nas follows up with a sticky to get the kill before Gauze could possibly escape into the spawn room. And right now the Dutch team is running rampant all over the Finns. Skyper does have to jump down low to get on top of the cart. He gave up the high ground, but able to get some big frags. Although now it's just Nightmare pushing him with the Fists of Steel. Does have a few players coming in to try to support him. Dragons though gets gunned down. Hanjo in here, but players getting fragged. Big step up. Oh, big stab up top from Mr. Improbable, getting Gauze. Does look like the Finns are sort of recovering here. 4 players coming back up in 7 seconds. And a fight on the cart. The scout does go down though. Timtum jumping around.
It's getting more and more crazy by the second. Yunu jumps in and takes down Emil. But unfortunately, will be able to survive himself now. Oh, here comes Nuthouse with Gauze just zooming around, trying to take down every single blue player around the card. And seems that they succeeded this one. Gauze is, however, by himself. Honjo now fighting Nuthouse, finds a kill onto him. It's just a complete mayhem going left and right about now. But there comes Skyper sticking up the card, so he's not going to move anytime soon here.
Yeah, I think the moment has passed for the most part. The band might be getting back together right now, but Mr. Improbable goes down. Cyper falls to his death, I believe. Oh, bounced off the spot. Juno barely stays on as well, avoiding the pit. Emil trying to throw Dragons into the pit. Timtum coming around, gets 2 in 1. Taking out Dragons and the Engineer Blutus. Only 2 players up. Or Red. McNando getting on the cart here. Trying to get some stop in. In as well. Oh no, Skate falls down. Timtum gets destroyed by Cyper.
Skate, what are you doing, my man? You just walked to your death, but now the respawns are coming in for both sides. No medic for the side of blue. Red is now healing with the quick fix, trying to get all the people up to speed as soon as possible. Skyper now leading the charge as a Vanguard, taking a lot of flak for his trouble. Nas is in the top area with Mr. Probable. They will be able to maybe work together, get some diversion going on. They're jumping in onto Gauze, but find out the kill on the Jenny by Ollie. Nice headshot there by the sniper main. They're wasting time here in the Netherlands. They had this one a couple of times before, but each time it doesn't work. What a headshot. Ollie's just doing work now.
Yeah, for sure. And it's been unfortunate for the Netherlands because since they got the cart right to the precipice, it's just been, you know, like almost there. And good plays from some people, and then just kind of getting shut down again. Right now, Juno does get taken down. He's able to get the kill on Lucian. A few players down for the Dutch team. And Skyper playing pretty far forward.
As Skyper does to eXtine, Skyper does. And Nightmare is actually going behind all the way with Fist of Steel, trying to survive as much damage as possible. Skyper's finally gonna finish him off, actually, with Bloodis and Nuthouse to help him. But now here comes the quick fix, whoosh. From below, they managed to find Skeej with Nuthouse, and Nas also going down. There's a lot of kills on the side of Netherlands. Skyper is still quite aggressive, still trying to zone out the blue players from coming into last. The car's already been rolling back for quite a while now. Look how far back it is now. It was so close to falling down, and yet again, it's so close and so far at the same time.
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. Really unfortunate. Jenny even sees how far it's rolling back and then tries to go in on Cyper. Can't do so. There goes Mr. Improbable though, coming in, the hero. He's gonna get a little bit of time on the cart as the push from underneath, trying to get started here. See if they can actually get up, take the stairs though.
Sure, Honjo is actually quite aggressive there on the staircase, trying to take down Gauze, but he decided not to fight Skyper one-on-one there, especially with Gauze having that quick fix ready to go at any time. Skeej still running the Ubercharge, 90% onto his gun, may be able to get something done with this, but there's Bloodis and there is Raipe there below. They will be able to catch him off guard. Yes, that's Heavy going down. No, he's not. That Fist of Steel survived. Well, he manages to survive this one, but let's see if they manage to survive the next push, which is the Uber one. Gauze pops his quick fix to heal, but Skeej, everyone just runs away from Skeej. I don't know where the blue players went. They just went away from Skeej. Skeej was just by himself up top with the Uber charge and just looking around, just complete flabbergasted. Oh! Yeah.
Well, it's sort of an odd disconnect there for sure, and that sort of kind of seems to be the crutch of their problems. Just kind of haven't had the cleanest of pushes. Players staying together. Right now, though, they have gotten some big frags. 3 players coming up in 5 seconds. Only 4 players right now. One is the Pyro, who gets the reflect. Oh my! Just when they thought it was about to get wrapped up and put in the bag. Timtum trying to push forward here. Emil in as well. Right, does get thrown off. Emil airborne gets taken out by Nuthouse. Okay, never mind. I thought it was going to push forward into Nas. Does go down low and then gets taken out by Yenny. Yenny going to come from behind here. Does get, well, a couple shots on Skyper before getting taken out.
Your Mr. Improbable still lurking around. He's whiffed a few stabs just a second ago, but he's still alive, which is quite commendable, and he's still causing trouble. Nightmare's just fighting 3 players up top by himself. He's just sitting there. Here comes Skyper. He's gonna get mowed down like he's lawn. And now Nightmare's still alive. He's still looking to fight some fools there up top. Emil is gonna try to save him, but he will not be able to do the job. Now Dragons and Gauss are the only ones holding top. They're not gonna be able to find a scout as well. Just people going one by one up top, but Dragons is showing them that this is a no-go spot. Finally losing his life, and Gauss is balled by himself. Honjo will be able to punch him. No, the quick fix coming out of Gauss to save his life. Probably a good pop there, but he gets away with his life.
Honjo taunting though. I'd like to point out the round is still happening. Still in the middle of a battle. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, it's been happening for a while now, eXtine, and I'm not sure what's going on even. It's been close. I thought it's in already, and it wasn't, and it was again. Uber comes out though. Nas is leading the charge with this one. May be able to lock down red players and spawn, but most of the red players are up top, and look how many of them are on the card right now as well.
And a few respawners coming in here. They got to get these last couple players off it. They want to hold it, and they do. Get the kill on Pyro. Tim Tum coming in here. Card roll back.
It's a dragon.
Oh, what an air blast! It's just gonna momentarily stop them though. Respawn's coming. I think it's gonna be too late though. Finally, and indeed, 50 seconds on the time overall. 16:38.
Okay, eXtine, look, I've been casting Highlander Team Fortress 2 since 2013, and it's the first time in my career that I've ever seen a situation like this.
I mean, I've seen some odd things happen on Upward, let me tell you. But yeah, this is a tough one. You know, and just some of the ways in which that time happened don't really give you a lot of faith that the Netherlands team will be able to kind of like perfectly execute the defensive hold that they're going to need in order to drag this out to a full stop. You know, and I mean they could stop them at any point. They could stop them on the first point, they could stop them on the second point, they could stop them on the third point. They definitely need to stop them from capturing that whole point, and it seemed like they had some problems. I sort of mentioned before about like a little bit of disconnect with Nas and fighting around other people. You mentioned it with Skeege, and it seemed like there were some other instances where they're just not really executing the same game plan together.
Yeah, it's kind of like a gearbox has been kind of used, so it kind of works, it kind of gets in gear, but sometimes it doesn't, and it gears around. But the Oli finds the first kill of this round onto Emil. Nice headshot there by the blue sniper, and we'll be able to open up a little bit of a room away from that Pyro. Nas is just sticking up the place, trying to make it safe, but I'm not sure how it's going to work out. Lucian is actually taking down Raipe Bloody Smackdown, all going down. Here comes Juno, and Skyper trying to take down something, but he just blows himself up.
Yeah, that's a hard one to do there. Really expertly timed the detonation of this roller with his landing on the ground. But it was also very nicely timed with Juno, so unfortunate for the Finns that they couldn't get anything happen there. Round one of this little engagement goes to the Netherlands team. They are able to hold them back, but the Finns feeling a little bit more energized. They still have their medic held back in spawn, but they're starting to fight towards this first kind of corner.
Oh yeah, Nuthouse, Juno on the left side, already pushing in and knocking at the door. The cart is slowly being pushed as well. Uber coming out of Skeege to save the team. Gauss, however, is so far back, he didn't have to use his, and now is a huge problem on the side of red. Do we hold this for a little while longer and risk losing our medic, or do we just haul our butts back to the second point? That's what they decided to do. They're moving out with Honjo as well. That level 3 sentry survives.
Boo!
Tim Tum though. Tim Tum's hiding.
There. I don't think they should have pulled out, Jake. Call me old-fashioned, but I mean, you got 15 minutes to hold. You're not going to be able to just kind of pull back and pull back and pull back. I thought they could have stayed there, but you know, hey, here we are.
Shouldn't have pulled out that early, is what she said, but there we go.
You know. Yeah, quote me on it. Yeah.
I mean, you said it yourself. I just added the rest. Now, Honjo has that level 3 sentry. Not for much longer as the Uber charge goes in. Skyper leads the charge with this one, trying to take down Lucian. Honjo is just using the space wrench to get back into spawn, but I think the second point will have to be forfeited as well. Uber coming out of Skeej, though, they might be able to fight for this.
Yeah, this is going to be a good Uber charge, and TimTum could get some really good work in here. Mr. Improbable down there as well, trying to make it happen, but Skeej actually just runs into Dragons as that Uber charge fades out. So charging forward with an Uber charge when there's only a few players, and all those players just keep charging forward, and then your Uber charge disappears. Doesn't end very well. Yenny's circling back to the cart, trying to get the kill on Dragons. They do. McNando's here. Skyper trying to spawn camp, but I won't be able to maintain the
Yenny's gonna be able to find him. Yes, he will. Finally, third meat shot. Third meat shot does the magic, but the problem is the second one has been capped already. 13 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock to cap 2 more points, eXtine, and that is probably more time that has, well, lasted since the birth of Christ. They have a whole century to work with at this point.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. They're definitely going to have to pull out some tricks. Got some good stickies right now. They got air blasted onto the cart. Gets the kill on the scout. That's what they need. They need a lot of that. A lot of killing the scout, pushing the cart. But, you know, the amount of turf that they're going to have to push is just going to get smaller and smaller. So they're just going to have to full-on stop them and buckle down. I'm not so sure about it. We'll see.
Oh, Uber is forced actually on Skyper by TimTum. Nicely done. They're pushing away the Uber charge through the little elbow there. Ski just using his much later onto Emil by himself. Now flashing onto Nightmare to clean up the shot, but they weren't able to actually find any more kills aside from the first one. Here, Improbable trying to shoot down Ollie, but Ollie is coming out on top of this, and Ripe is also getting shot by Lucian. Huge jump by Uno. Goodbye, sir.
Yeah, that's not. He's not gonna last.
Space control to Major Udo.
Yeah. Right now, Dragon's going for the flank around the corner. We'll be able to get some good damage here as the corner also getting pushed forward by Cypher. He gets thrown kind of sky high. No follow-up damage there. McNando's getting behind. We'll be able to get some health pack and then kind of continue his attempt to assassinate people on the defense here. Skeej with 80%. Holding by stairs here. His Pyro very banged up. Heavy weapons guy Nightmare a little bit far forward there from the rest of his team. And McNando does get a stab on the sniper.
Both medics actually 100% right now. Uno jumping in, looking for Ski. She's gonna find trouble instead. And now they're gonna move towards the top area with the staircase, but it may be a little bit too late. It's just Emil and Ski there. Oh, that was so close. McNando's lurking around. Now Ripe is just taking the brunt of it. Emil chasing down Gauze, but Gauze will be able to survive this one with Dragon's help. And they'll be able to find the heavy pick at least, and they're going in still forward. Now where Skeej is just kind of running away from this situation all the way back in spawn. He's a bit too scared of this situation to stay up there for this long. TimTum goes in for Bloodis. He's gonna finish off the kill. That card is still dangerously close. eXtine's 11 minutes on the clock. Do you think we're gonna see the same thing for the next 8 minutes coming out of Finland?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to recapture the upstairs area here. You know, they need to do that. Their opening hold here on this defensive point for the Netherlands was good, but if Skeej just stays back where he is, it's just not gonna happen. You have to have the belief that you're gonna stiff arm him completely away from the point for a while to come, and they're gonna need some big frags here. McNando just trying to inch the cart forward. Sticky's coming out right by him, but he's still getting good progress on the cart itself.
Yeah, it's actually doing quite a bit of work. I'm just watching McNando do all the pushing, but he's still surviving. And actually only finds Emil, the only person who was able to find McNando there, but Nightmare finishes off the job there. Like you said, Skeej 100%, but he's in such a bad spot to actually use that Uber charge. Gauze doesn't have his yet, but they're kind of pushed back. I'm not sure what's going on, but nobody's really occupying the windows but TimTum. No, Not House is coming in there trying to take him down, but there's kind of a gentleman's agreement to not attack each other at all. Skyper just going in sky high, trying to take down this whole setup up there, but he's gonna get shot himself.
Yeah, TimTum got a really big pickup on Gauze before this current battle broke out. But yeah, I'm very surprised that Skeej is not going across the pit and taking control of the window area. It's just sort of acknowledged. I mean, there's a lot of payload intricacies you got to work out with your team. You got to figure out. But there's things that are just kind of crept into the common consciousness, and I think that one of them is that defense on this map. If you're not holding the stairwell area, then you're about to lose. That's about how it goes. And they're just so far back. Look where that card is. It could just get finished anytime here. And Gauss has an uber charge here. They've just been sitting on this uber charge the whole time. The stat for uber charge advantage lost is going to be getting buffed by that.
And here comes Gauss on his team into those windows areas we just talked about. They're going around Raipe. Oli is in a very, very good spot. They took down the sentry gun, so no more support from that. It's already... it's going to the car, but he falls down the cliff here. TimTum jumping in. The car's not being pushed, however. Raipe Gauss using the Ubercharge. They've lost a lot of players, though. 3 up for the red team. There's nobody that can stop this car from rolling in. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We have our winners of the first map. Peel Upward goes to the way of Finland.
Yeah, and I think Finland are certainly going to take some comfort from this. If they get into a third map, if we go into a third map, Finland's going to say, okay, well, you know what, we did fantastic in that first map. There was a lot of things going strongly our way. It just kind of plays in the favor of the tool set that you need to effectively pull off stopwatch mode.
All right, eXtine. Logs, right?
Yeah.
Combined logs from both rounds, and I just want to point out one thing, and that thing's name is Nuthouse with 75 kills.
Yeah.
Second top is Nas with 46, almost twice as many kills on the scout. And how?
Nuthouse was going crazy. I mean, it's also the team effort. It's fighting together. The scout really excels when it's like cleaning up damage, cleaning up classes that are running away from fights or banged up or backing up. And I definitely think that the Finnish team were doing a better job of fighting together. They were just really scattered, and the Dutch team was really scattered. And that just enabled a player like Nuthouse to kind of capitalize on damaged players and work with his team to get kills. Looking at who he killed, also seems like he killed the opposing soldier TimTum 17 times. So that's a little bit surprising. Yeah, TimTum was running the black box for a fair amount, which can lead you to be a little bit more defenseless, one rocket down. Still really surprised at that last defensive hold from the Netherlands and how they basically refused to try to attempt to retake stairs. I don't like to overly speculate on team atmosphere, team comms, or put blame on situations we don't really know about. But I mentioned Skeege and him being a longtime player of this team, as well as the medic just being overall, super important. And they needed to tighten up their play around Skeege, as well as probably him urging people to be more aggressive.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at just quickly about Skeege pops, 28 Medigun pops, as opposed to Gauss's 16. And 4 of them being the quick fix as well. So 20 in total for Gauss. Skeege himself, just saying, he's doing quite a bit of work. I mean, he's showing that, you can't, you just say that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but this old dog is definitely doing his part. Is just a kind of like the cohesion that you said about is kind of lacking. You look at Finland, and skill-wise, they have amazing players all around, and so does Netherlands. But the cohesion, I think, on the side of Finland is a lot better. We've seen a lot more coordinated pushes. We've seen a lot better flank coordination as well. With Nuthouse pretty much cleaning up the house by himself, well, sometimes with the help of the soldier Juno, but it just really worked out for them. But now we're moving on to a very sexist-centric map. This is a Koth product. Here we're going to be looking at both teams duking it out, and I do believe that this map pick was Nightmare being from the Netherlands. So it's going to be net and Dutch pick. First one was Finnish pick, and they did win on this map, so we might be looking at a an upset here. Maybe not. We shall see. We've seen Finland scrim England just before this game, and I think England was winning on this map, but they're definitely warmed up and ready to go.
Yeah, this map could certainly work out a lot better for them. Another kind of stat that I want to kind of point at that seems kind of emblematic of problems. If you filter by most deaths, besides McNando at 46, the next three are Nas, Timtum, and Yenny. So that's your demo man, your soldier, and your scout, and that's just really kind of your damage classes and your kind of actively aggressive DPS. You know, classes that really should be working together with each other to get big frags. And if those players are just down all the time, you know, you're going to have difficulty just mustering the manpower to stay fighting.
But we're getting back into this eXtine. A reminder that this is a best of 3 between Finland and Netherlands. Finland taking this one first. Huge shout outs to Manco.store for powering this as we're getting into this mid fight here. Nas getting quite a bit faster than Skyper, also putting quite a bit of damage onto him. Skyper low on health, getting those arrows into him. And so far, no kills on either side. eXtine. Oh, scratch that. Yeah. Nose goes down.
Yeah, Sniper is very famous on this map. Ollie's starting things off with a snipe off on Nas, which will make things a little bit more difficult for the Dutch team. And Rife is moving forward, trying to control the lower part. The Finns will capture the point first. They're getting some frags, which will make it seem like they are going to be able to hold on to it. Skeege went down as well. It looks like that was Ollie again, who also gets a meal. So Ollie going crazy to start us off here.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, this is all on Lucian right now to counter Ollie. Ollie is a very good sniper, and this is a product map, also known to be a sniper-centric map. It's going to be difficult to fighting him, but now control the point belongs to Finland. Sniper's also as aggressive as ever, 100% on to Gauze, only 30 on Skeege. Netherlands need to find something special, something spectacular to help them through this.
Yeah, Lucian got stabbed down by McNando, who's still lurking. So that kind of hurts your capabilities to snipe Ollie back. Nuthouse getting a kill on Nas. And there goes Lucian, finally getting a counter snipe.
That's going to open up a lot of room for them to push in, and that's what they're looking for. What you should do is just kind of use your players to force that Uber out. It's going to be difficult fighting the point if the meta Gauze holds onto his Uber. They've lost a few players there. They have the player advantage. They may be able to use this, but Skeege is about to get his Uber charge and maybe do something about Nas. Nas a little bit too aggressive. I think he's just going without his team, without any help, and that's the third time we've seen him just die by himself.
Yeah, I was going to kind of mention that Skeege wasn't with him, but he didn't have the Uber charge. That's why Skeege was tucked away. So Nas certainly kind of getting in a little bit early. Here comes the Uber charge, trying to get on top of Skeege. They're just going to pop out from their little nook, though. Juno jumping around up top. Lucian's got to be mindful of him. Cypher actually behind as well. And as these two players move forward, Yenny actually eating a rock to the face to save Skeege, but then there goes Skeege, taken out by Cypher.
Skyper is crazy. He's just pounding right now, and he's not stopping anytime soon. Actually, this looked very promising for Netherlands. They had a much better Uber. Ollie, now take it out. Timtum like he's trash, and he's just taking down the trash even more. I mean, he's sitting on top of that rock. He's the king of the hill, literally and figuratively. But it's just not looking very promising for Netherlands. They had everything going for them, but that jump by Skyper and Nuno behind their lines just caused so much trouble. And Skeege was unable to stay alive for the entirety of it. Now McNando goes in! Oh! Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Ollie just still like railing off snipes. He's 5 points out of his medic on the scoreboard. Take that 7. Those headshots certainly count. I don't know, that one was a body shot. I don't know why you got 2 points for that. Seems like cheating, right?
1.5 point per headshot, I guess. Here comes Gauze with 100% right now. They still control the point. 10 seconds left on the clock already. I don't know where the time went, eXtine, but it's gone lightning fast. And now Skeege doesn't have a Uber by himself being chased around by Nuthouse. He's not gonna miss his shots, and the point goes towards Finland. 1-0 so far.
Yeah, very strong opener from them. I mean, Ollie just kind of sniping off the rails right now. Very strong stuff from him. They're just kind of really having a lot of difficulties unlodging him. that really kind of opens things up a lot. But you know, with him just kind of reigning supreme, Skeech is just backed into a corner, and they just don't have the death match to keep him safe in the ensuing fights.
Timtum is just jumping around left and right, is causing trouble. Mr. Improbable also going behind, is going to get found out by Nuthouse there. I know he survives this one. It's a little bit of a, well, kind of a repeat from the last round. Just a complete wipeout there. What happened there, Netherlands?
Oh my god, and Juno gets 2 kills behind. He was waiting for the health pack to respawn, really low health, runs into the heavy weapons guy, and actually gets the kill. Yenny gonna get finished off. I think everybody from the red team died there. Maybe not Mr. Improbable. He's still behind. Hasn't been able to accomplish much.
That's absolutely crazy right now. Finland is so aggressive. This is unseen. Usually people are not willing to hold that far forward, as this is not very safe. But with a 100% Uber charge onto Gauze, only 50 on Skeech, and the amount of the DM that Finland has in their arsenal is just crazy. Skyper is just absolutely mental right now. He's actually falling back with his team. That was a call to fall back. The majority of the red players just respawn. McNabb is going to fall down there to Emil. And here comes a jump by Nas. Goes in and goes down. As quickly as he went in, he went down.
And Skeech now running forward, but also not really hooked up with Timtum. So, you know, without Nas, without Timtum there, it's actually like not too much offensive force and just a pyro and a heavy weapons guy and an engineer. You really can't do a whole lot to stop people who want to run at you. So they're still just going to kind of wait here with this Uber charge. Nos is back there with him now. They're starting to creep forward, walking around Dogbread's side. We'll use the Uber charge here as Yenny gets sniped down by Ollie. Counter Uber used by Gauze. Lucian does get 1 snipe out here. Nuthouse thrown sky high. Juno gets stuff from jumping in. But Emil has gone down. There goes Nas as well, and Nightmare down. Not too many combat classes left up here.
Yeah, Netherlands trying to put their foot in the door, but they've been unsuccessful so far with either push. Timtum is just finding Yudo on top. Nice rockets being exchanged, but yet again, Finland's just getting really aggressive dragons there, and Skyper actually getting taken down by Honjo. That's a nice double-triple there, actually, for the engineer of the Netherlands team. Minute to go on the clock. They need to do something with those picks. 4 down for the side of blue, and yet there's nobody from the red side contesting the point.
Well, they did lose their medic. Big jump over from Juno to get the kill on Skeech, while that engineer was going a little crazy. Good snipe there on Ripe. That'll start to open it up here now, as Nuthouse is kind of like, no, I'm not going to be able to like charge into those 5 players by myself. He backs up, but the Finns getting ready to go again. You know, got to watch out for the flip-flop here on Viaduct. Once you capture a point, can't just fall asleep. Gotta stay ever vigilant on that defense.
For sure, Gauze goes with the Uber charge, straight in with Nuthouse, trying to clean up shop. They take down Lucian, and looking for some more. They are unable to find them. Nightmare also going down, but that's just easy pickings right now. Nos going in, but he takes down Gauze. He goes down himself, but Skeech survives, and still, that was all done without the use of Uber charge.
Yeah, those actually were pretty good frags for the Dutch team after the Uber charge was used from the Finns, or I guess while the Uber charge was going on from the Finns. It seemed like they were finding a lot of frags on the side. But at the same time, the point has gotten flipped back over. They've lost so much time on it. They're charging forward now. Skeech just got to watch out, though. Okay, does Uber charge just before McNando could get him. And you're going to need to get some players on the point as well, actually, here, because, yeah, 5-4-3. They are going to capture it, send it into some sort of overtime here. They're going to have to hold for 2.5 minutes, which is going to be a tough call. Finn's plenty of time to work with here. And Ollie already started to roll things back here with a snipe on Emil.
Yeah, there's 4 people down for the side of the red. They're in control of the point, which means the respawn's gonna come in late. McNando's already on to Skeech. He's looking for the back to stab. He's gonna miss the first one, but he gets the second, and that's a Skeech going down. Jenny and Nas following him to the respawn queue, and that is all she wrote for the second round of this game. Finland being absolutely dominating on this map.
Yeah, and they are now at match point, winning the first matchup on Upward. And now a 2-0 lead here. Finns just need one more, and they will book their spot in the next round, the quarterfinals.
Scapper actually taking a lot of damage for his aggressive playstyle. Nos is a lot healthier than him, and he's doing so much work there. Gauze, right bait going down. That's huge for Nos. Finally connecting with his medic, getting those heals that he so desperately needed was something that they really needed to get this point going. Ooh, got one headshot by Ollie on the Nightmare, slowing down that offense from well, accelerating. McNando's just trying down to shoot those skis.
Oh, wow. That was excellent from McNando. Big pick off there as this mid-fight continues. Neither team claiming it right now. Gauze is alive, though, and putting some heals out on Cypher as the Dutch team is trying to get out here. Yenny trying to finish it off, unable to do so, just a sliver away. And the Finns pushing forward hard. Cypher does get gunned down, though. That Brass Beast actually putting some work in.
Oh, Lucian going huge. That's a triple on his side right now. He's thinning out the enemy ranks. Nos going for a pipe in the air, but he's missing this one. Lucian's still creeping in forward. They need to put some people on the point. Lucian with a quadra now. He's still looking for more. Nobody can stop him now. McNando is kind of taking notice of the sniper and the medic, hiding behind. He's gonna get found out, but no, not before. He just pokes Emil in the face, taking down the Pyro. But finally, the point belongs to the Dutch team after maybe like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes of a stalemate, and neither team really capping and finishing off the point next time.
Yeah, that was a very long initial round, but the Dutch team do start to kind of figure it out here. Lucian getting some big snipes. Where the Finns want to surge forward here. Cypher able to get all the way up to the rock before the overcharge needs to be popped on him. Getting flashed around a little bit to Dragons. Skeege does have a slightly better one and is able to hike his way up that side onto the cliff. So he's up there healing. Nightmare actually shooting an arrow at somebody else, while Nightmare kind of panicking and dying himself. Big jump over from Juno. We'll find Nas. There are people there to support Nas, though, so Nas will survive. Skeege hits him with an arrow as well. So they could push back out here again shortly. Gauze just a very slight overcharge advantage. Mr. Improbable is out there providing them with information as he's going to push through connector. And McNando, nice stab on Nas, though. He just keeps going down.
Yeah, they cannot keep Nas alive, and if you can't keep your demo alive on a product map, on a King of the Hill map, you're not gonna have a good time, and just like that, you're gonna have an even worse time. You have Ollie playing against you, takes down Skeege, he takes down the Emil, and he's looking for more.
It's just the whole trickle-down effect, you know, of if you don't have your demo man, then your demo man can't pressure all these people, and then there's all these people that can pressure your sniper. And, you know, not having your demo man is also one less person who can pressure the sniper. And it just really kind of, you know, indirectly buffs Ollie so much if Nas just kind of easily gets stabbed down on a ramp, you know. So the Finns have just been able to, you know, choke out the Dutch team. It's a team effort. Ollie's getting a lot of frags, but everybody very involved. McNando also scoring huge points now.
Yeah, Ollie still scoped in. He's looking for Lucian. He's gonna find the kill onto him. Emil also followed there, and he's gonna find Nas as well. What is going on right now with that sniper main? He's just finding all the kills he's looking for. One shot, one kill. It's working out, and Skeege is in a bit of a rough spot. Not only he's behind, but he's also losing his players before they even reach the front line. It's not looking too promising for Netherlands, I don't think, eXtine. I mean, 1 left on the clock, 2 points down, 1 map down, and Juno is actually using the Cow Mangler.
Oh, nice. Love to see it. I mean, the sentry gun hasn't really gotten set up here. Nas, 1 health on the Nas. An explosive blast. Jenny gets taken out from over the top. Fun stuff from Juno there. Mr. Improbable trying to get an improbable stab. Comes in, does get Cypher, so that's nice. Surge forward here from the Dutch team. Ubercharge has come out, flashing in between Nightmare and Nas. Flashes from Finns as well as Blue just trying to just round the corner with the shotgun, make something happen. Mr. Improbable with very low health. Nightmare also extremely wounded. Skeege went down. I didn't quite see the who there. Looks like it was McNando.
It's not looking too promising for them. The Gauze is alive and has the Uber advantage. They also have the player advantage, and the red team does not have their medic with them right now.
Yeah.
And the point is only 20 seconds away from getting finished, which means the Netherlands will be finished as well. McNando goes in and gets the kill onto Skeech yet again, the same exact spot with the same exact jump and the same exact outcome. Skeech goes down, and there comes the blue wave of kills, just taking down and finishing off. But TimTom still trying to find it. Conjo as well, but they're gonna get finished off as well. 5 seconds left on the clock. Noxcup jumps in, but right away with that Brass Beast, he's no pushover. And that's just like that, eXtine. 3-0 for the Finnish team. They're moving on in the playoff stage.
Yeah, really impressive stuff from the Finns. I mean, just total destruction on this map, and pretty much total destruction on Upward as well. I mean, they really only kind of slowed down for a second there. Their first offense wasn't extremely fast, 7.5 minutes. But just kind of really kind of able to exploit the difficulties that the Dutch team had executing their strategy on this point on this map as well. Ollie just going insane.
Yeah.
Really kind of it makes things really difficult to put it blunt.
Makes things very difficult.
Very difficult.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the logs, he's obviously top scoring. He's got the enemy sniper 5 times, medic 2 times, Nuthouse following him closely with 19 kills, Skyper 19, McNando 18. So you can see that in terms of just pure DM, Finland was dominating. Lucian was up there as well with 16 kills to his name. He was trying to kind of battle out Ollie, but once Ollie activated and, you know, went into Super Saiyan mode, there was no stopping him. Like, he was thinning out every single wave of, like, a frontline wave of enemies coming at him. He was thinning it out one by one, taking out people, and as a result, it just, like you said yourself, probably the best way to say it is, it just makes things very difficult.
Yeah, and one point I didn't get out going into product before things happened. You know, I was talking about kind of the difficulties that those kind of core classes had on the Dutch team. And what I was going to say is that, you know, in some ways, Viaduct / Product are a little bit easier because it's more compact, and your teammates can kind of fight with you a little bit easier. And some of those core classes, it's a little bit easier to just coordinate the damage, coordinate the fights. But also because it's kind of compact, it's just such a playground for the sniper. And kind of also, you know, digging into these stats. The top 2 fraggers for the Dutch team were Lucian and Mr. Improbable. 16 frags for Lucian and 12 for Mr. Improbable. So that's 28 frags, and Ollie almost matched that himself. And, you know, if your support classes are having problems, you know, it just makes it even more difficult for your core classes. You know, you want your core classes to be doing well, to be able to shut down the sniper. But Ollie doing so good that he also just enabled Nuthouse, enabled Sniper, enabled McNando to just kind of instill a reign of terror over the Netherlands team on product. Didn't even need to go to Batward, so...
Yeah, you might just sum it up with a simple saying of easy for Ens and Swami Strong.
Yeah, very, very easy for ants. Oopta beds. I don't know.
I don't know the words. Yeah, this language is weird.
Yeah, it's one of those karaoke songs. I kind of mumble, sing along to it because I do enjoy that one. But indeed, the Finnish team here have gotten the victory, and they will move on to actually face one of their Nordic neighbors, taking on Denmark in the quarter.